Another straightforward workout for today. We have the one arm floor press. So again, with the weight I have here, I'm going for 12 repetitions on each arm. So depending on what weight you have access to, you could do more repetitions. If it's very heavy weight, you could do slightly less repetitions. But with any single arm work, I always recommend folks to start on the weak arm or the weaker side first, and then kind of let that dictate how many repetitions you do overall. So if you're only getting, say, like kind of 9 or so on the weak side, just do that on the strong side. You can even do more sets if you want to, but just for the kind of keeping it kind of consistent, it needs to follow here. 3 sets will do. If you want to make it more challenging, you can do glute elevated, or you could do single leg glute bridge and a floor press at the same time. So that's going to be the first exercise for block A. And when that's done, then we're going to pair off just the pushing movement with the pulling movement. Chinese row is the second movement. 12 repetitions, same kind of deal as the first one. So again, you can start on the weak side first. With this one, I'm resting my forearm on my thigh and my front leg, and my rear foot, my heel is off the floor, so I'm not keeping my heel on the ground. A lot of times if you get the heel on the ground, it twists our hips out to the side a little bit. So I kind of want to have my toes pointing forward more or less here. Again, I'm letting the scapula protract, so go towards the floor as I'm lengthening my arm, as I'm lowering the weight to the floor, and then I'm retracting as I'm pulling up. So again, same reps on both sides. That's our pull movement for the block. And then the last piece, we'll have a look at a core exercise. Caught chatting to the neighbours here, so welcome little break. Got to be social and all that, you know. So once I get, I was going to say get this out of the way. It's a terrible way to talk about the neighbours. Once I finish the wonderful chats here, I'm going to go back to the core piece. The next core piece then is just going to be a one arm front leaning rest. Again, if this is too challenging, just do a front leaning rest. We have both hands on the floor. Alternatively, if we can try and push it out a little bit, we're going to just do one arm on the floor. So I'm just getting my stopwatch and my timer ready here. We're going to go for 20 seconds on each side. If you have both hands on the floor, we'll just do 40 seconds in total. So with the one arm front leaning rest, I want to make sure my hips or my shoulders, should I say, are fairly level here, that I'm not like really leaning all my weight into the supporting arm. So I'm keeping my glutes core active as well here. Feet a bit wider than say if I was doing a push up just for balance. But again, 20 seconds each side. So block B, we are onto the half kneeling press. 12 each arm, trying to keep our core engaged here, that I'm not twisting and turning or moving my upper body around too much as I press up over my shoulder. Again, whichever side I'm pressing with, that knee is on the floor. So 12 repetitions each side for this one. So it's going to be tall kneeling position next, so both knees on the floor. It's going to do curls. So it's not exactly going to be overloading the arms here. What I'm trying to do is work on balance. So if you don't feel like you're going to like fall forward a little bit on this one, you're probably leaning backwards too much. I'm really trying to squeeze through my glutes to stabilize. So tall kneeling, obviously I want to be as tall as I can be, meaning that I'm not bending my hips. I'm not leaning backwards too much. Like I said, the real kind of litmus test here is just you should feel like you're nearly going to fall forward at some stage. So 12 here on this one. This will be the last exercise for block B, and we're just doing dead bugs. So either we can do a static version, we're just pushing our lower back into the floor and our arms and legs are stationary, or else we can do this more dynamic version. And with this one, as I'm reaching back with my arm and my leg, I'm trying to push my lower back hard into the floor. But I do not want my back to arch any stage on this one. Okay, so final block C, the elevated quadruped row. So again, just have my knees floating off the floor, so not too high off the ground. And I'm going to go 8 repetitions on each side. Just really controlled tempo up and down with the weight. Just really work my stability here and bracing through my core. Contra, lateral sit-up coming up next. So again, I'm anchoring one foot down, I have the weight in my opposite arm. We don't have to use weight here, but if you can, that makes it more challenging. What I want to do here is, as I'm sitting up, I want to keep the weight over my shoulder the whole time. So my arm's extended. So you see I'm like sitting back, I'm not letting the weight fall back behind me. And as I'm coming up, I'm not pushing the weight out in front of me. I'm trying to keep it over the shoulder the whole time, with my arm straight. Again, as we're lowering down here, you're trying to get your lower back in contact with the floor. So you're not arching your back. You're pretty much kind of unloading your vertebrae one at a time, unraveling as you kind of fall back, or sorry, control, do not fall, control back onto the floor. The last piece for block C is the long lever bridge. So we're 30 seconds this one, really trying to get into the hamstrings, the back of the thighs here. So I'm digging my heels into the floor here, squeezing my glutes, trying to keep my lower back flat, tummy pulled in, and really trying to get the back of the legs working. So 30-second hold. That's the end of block C, or the third round of block C, and there'll be 3 rounds for this block as well.